At Minnesota, they have everything from a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy, and today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Golden Gophers. Good way to start the game. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Seminoles return team didn't help matters out much there. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide. Entire gamut in the route. Really nothing this guy can't do.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He's got it on the right. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Going to try to get it himself. Those defenders were seeing red, and the quarterback felt it and got down quickly. This offense has a second down play. From the gun, the ground game. The Noles get it past the sticks.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
And that pass picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing the turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
First down here for the offense. He wants to throw, trying to get to him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Going over the top. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection.
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella. Continue to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to him.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. He'll just keep slinging it. Got it in the middle. It's Sims. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third down, going up top. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. Catches it at the 15. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline.
Nothing but green ahead. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Florida State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board.
That makes the score Florida State 7, Minnesota.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Johnson. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Golden Gophers come to the line in the hurry-up. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism.
Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, no!
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? Touchdown, Seminoles! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Ball in the air, intercepted! Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. First play of this drive comes from the 27. The back goes in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Off the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And the Knowles look to keep this drive humming. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He's looking for an open man on second down. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need...
Throws toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and he picked it off.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it. You can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Out of the gun, the inside give. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Let's go! Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Seminoles are threatening in the red zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Snap it to the back. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
This defense has been sliced and diced, and now facing another 1st and goal. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And the extra point makes it 28-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it. There's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Coming up, 4th down. Number 10, on to punt it away.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. The Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or...
Oh, look out! Touchdown, no! And once he got loose, it was all over. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, just left him grasping. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They'll ride the hot hand. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Seminoles. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. He's gonna pass. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little stripe down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking it.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A strike downfield. He's off to the races. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
From from the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. He gets it oh so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Got enough space. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
49, Minnesota, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, the inside give. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to throw. It's Lindsey. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Golden Gophers are marching down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. He'll pull it on the read. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Power football with the run. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's going to throw deep right side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. A 1st down run in the red zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put
Open runway ahead. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Gets it out quickly. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. The give to the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Trying to make magic with his feet. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Got his man quickly. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot.
A shot toward the end zone. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still
going for the big play. Pulls it in inside the 10. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Minneapolis when that town is buzzing as it is today.
And the Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head.
The expressway is wide open, and they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Grabbed in the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Leaves it with the back. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Back to throw, it's Lindsey. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40, at the 20. Touchdown, no! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. 1st down for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. And they got him for the sack.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown Seminoles. And the stomping has commenced. 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Go straight ahead. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead.
Some running backs just have a nose for the end zone. That guy did a great job there in the 2-point play, running that one in.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, it wasn't...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your play.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How nice is it as a defense that you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He lobs one high down the left side. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Taking it the other way. Made a defender miss. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Lincoln. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires the pass, intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back was one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
I know I've never seen this before. The punt team on the field in the red zone, they're in scoring position. I mean, trick play's coming, right? And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Coming after him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Not one, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game, and this is a beatdown. You know all passes are coming. This offensive line better do a better job.
Got it behind the line. It's Lincoln. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Pulls it in. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Golden Gophers are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Tony.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They want that clock to run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 40. That's a live ball. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Got out of trouble and throws. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Lindsey. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Pass to sticks and still on his feet. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. Playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start